Can we finally stop pretending that landlords actually do anything besides hoard houses and exploit people? You got a building that's been condemned and the tenants forced to leave because the landlord has not maintained the building.
But first, outrage in New Jersey. Hundreds of people forced out of their homes after buildings were condemned. And then things got tense as they came face to face with the man they say is their landlord. Good evening at 6 o'clock, everyone. I'm David Ushery in for Chuck Scarborough.
I'm Natalie Pasquarella. People who live at that New Jersey apartment building were told that they had 24 hours to get out because officials say the building is unsafe.
And now that time is up. The buildings are in Plainfield and racked up hundreds of outstanding violations. And things did get heated when they laid eyes on a man leaving the building. News 4.
How are these landlords allowed to rack up so many violations and nothing happened to them?
Adam Harding live in Plainfield. At one point, Adam, you were caught up right in the middle of this.
Well, a lot we got to get to tonight. So 235 violations is what the mayor is telling us the owners of the building that has been condemned have been hit with. That was about a year ago. They say in the months since, those violations have not been addressed. As we were.
Yeah, it's totally messed up how landlords don't have to maintain their properties, yet they can do whatever they want. They can increase the rent, and what the tenants are expected to suffer for that.
Trying to get comment and reaction for this story, we saw a great deal of folks trying to talk to a man that was being escorted by police. When we tried asking questions, well, you'll see for yourself, the crowd grew.
You wouldn't do this to your own family, all right? So why are you doing this to all these people?
Tempers flare as police are seen escorting a man away from the apartment building surrounded by angry neighbors, outraged after they were told they had to evacuate.
Shouldn't this guy be put in jail for not following city laws and stuff?
Homes condemned. A city task force says some units have mold, broken windows, leaks, and other health hazards.
Again, guys, no comment at this time. I will have a comment later tonight.
But these are families. These are
This guy is a true slumlord.
hundreds of people.
I understand.
Frustration tonight spilling onto city streets. The man would not identify himself despite repeated requests. Now watch what happens when he gets inside a waiting car before he can drive away.
We don't know what to do. We took stuff.
Alita Tista's apartment is among the 49 units impacted. Families say they were barely given a day's notice to get out.
It's a shock because I don't know what to do. I have been crying all night that I don't know where we're going. I have little siblings.
Families today marching to City Hall demanding answers.
We know what occurred is very upsetting for all involved.
The mayor addressing the growing crowd, saying the city may not have room to house everyone displaced. He threw any blame at the feet of the building's owners.
Yeah, it is the fault of the building owner. He should be put in jail for how bad the building was. If this was a regular person who had their own house, they would, get fined by the city for if the sewage was spilling into someone else's yard, they would get in trouble for that. But this landlord could do this and not have any trouble.
State inspects multi-dwelling buildings every 5 years. The last inspection at this building occurred in June of 2022, when they cited the owners with 235 violations that were never addressed.
The mayor says the owners operate 6 residential buildings in Plainfield. 4 of them have already been condemned.
It is clear to us that this landlord is heartless and uncaring about his tenants and is driven by greed and profit.
Yeah, that's all landlords. They're all driven by greed and profit. That's why they hoard so many houses, some that they won't even rent out so that they can drive up the rent of other buildings.
The city today setting up tents to help families figure out their next steps. But many say it is not enough.
They should go yesterday and find a full hotel and then send the notices, okay, we have a place for you to go. They're just afraid. They don't know what to do right now.
And it's no surprise that all these people are POCs while the property owner is white trash.
So families were told yesterday that they had until 4 o'clock today to get out of the building. 4 o'clock has since come and gone. You can still see that folks
The property owner should be required to pay for these people's housing, the transportation of their property to a different place, and all that other kind of stuff, because it is his fault that they're in this situation. These people were paying their rent on time, and he has done nothing.
are standing behind us. A lot of them don't know where they can go. They have no other option at this point. The city says no one can stay here, but they are softening their stance a little bit, giving folks a couple more days to get more stuff out from their units. But they say no work can be done inside the building until the folks who live here are no longer staying here. As for the building's owners, we made multiple attempts today to reach them, but they have not returned our phone calls.